Today we'll be going through how difficult ClassicBond Pro is compared to standard ClassicBond. So this is a little garage roof that I installed onto a few weeks ago. So we'll go through the 4 main differences you'll encounter when installing the Pro system over the standard system. So if you've installed standard ClassicBond before, you'll definitely be able to install this Pro system. All of the same glues are used if you're installing on new timber boards like this was. All the same flashing tapes, outlets, all the accessories are exactly the same. Let's go through the 4 main differences that I had to think about when installing the ClassicBond Pro system on this old garage roof. So first of all, it's the adhesives. If you're installing new timber boards, then the standard water-based glue is going to be used exactly the same as normal ClassicBond. If you're installing onto a non-timber surface, this could be felt, metal, TR27 insulation, and PU adhesive needs to be used. This can just be applied with a roller in the same way. The difference on this roof, however, is that I use spray contact for the upstands. With standard ClassicBond, the tinned form will be supplied, but I actually find the spray contact a lot easier to handle. I try to use it as often as I can. It also makes an install a lot quicker for me as well. It's quicker, it's not as messy, and because it's in spray form, you're not going to get big clumps of glue absorbing into that fleece. Which, as you all know, if contact adhesive hasn't been given its correct time to tack off, you'll end up getting bubbles in areas you really don't want them. So we'd be joining the rolls. As ClassicBond Pro comes in rolls and it's not cut to size like standard ClassicBond, the rolls need to be joined on site. I do actually find it easier to join ClassicBond Pro than standard ClassicBond. With the standard ClassicBond, you have to use the seam tape, whereas with the Pro system, it's already applied to each side of the roll. This means that you only have to prime the roll that's beneath and then bring this one on top and join it in the same principle. Here's the link to show you how to join the standard ClassicBond with the 3-inch tape. I know it's one of the major advantages of using the standard ClassicBond as it comes in big large sheets, but a large majority of the roofs that I install that's ClassicBond actually have joins in. That could be because it's an L-shaped roof, it has certain details I have to get around, or it's got big lanterns or skylights in. So on this roof or any other ClassicBond Pro roofs where I'd be installing it, my first aim would be getting all the rolls down and joining them up, effectively making it one big sheet so I can move on to the next stage. So the next stage is the way skylights are dealt with, or some of the details. It's easier to deal with skylights with the Pro system as it comes in manageable rolls. Obviously this was just done for demonstration purposes. I could quite easily have used the ClassicBond standard system on this roof, but it was just to show you guys how it's done. The rolls can be put into position first, and then making your cuts from here up over the corner of the upstand isn't much trouble. Installing standard ClassicBond around large skylights requires more accurate cuts. You need to get your square cuts right so you don't expose more timber upstand than you want. More timber upstand means more flashing tape, more money, more materials. Lastly are these reinforcement patches. As the rolls are joined with the seam tape, where this meets a change of angle, for example on this wall, this is where these patches are needed. This is because the 3-inch seam tape is designed for flat surfaces, whereas the 9-inch tape that you use for the reinforcement patches is uncured tape and it will mould to any angle changes that you need. This is something you don't obviously need to worry about with standard ClassicBond as it comes in one piece, but if you are joining ClassicBond Pro and you do have any angle changes, just don't forget to put these reinforcement patches in. They are dead simple to do. I had to do 8 in total on this roof. Didn't take too long, around 5 minutes each. I actually think it's easier to install ClassicBond Pro than standard ClassicBond. It lays better because of the extra weight. You never have any creases because it comes in rolls and it's not folded. It covers up imperfections better because of its thickness. And lastly, its overlay capabilities. It's not just timber that it can go onto. So we're going to be doing a few more projects in the ClassicBond Pro system, especially on larger roofs where it comes into its own. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to follow us on our new Roofscout journey.